go near it.
I cannot say what was the true beginning, nor am I sure of its end. So perhaps here is the best place to start. I am reminded of ideas I first encountered in Sir James George Fraser's book, The Golden Bough, a study in magic and religion. We are overwhelmed by a very human need to weave a web of meaning where there may be none. Since time immemorial, ancient peoples have dressed up their lack of knowledge as gods and demons. I have discovered that sometimes the fates of gods and mortals intertwine, and legends are born.
Thy time is done, great ancient. Forever in shadow will you be master of chaos, and to fade to nothing in obscurity will be thy fate. My master has planned many millennia for this day. It is the true chaos of all things that you now must be entombed amongst the beings of flesh and bone.
You have a great monument here, Mantarok. It is a pity that no one will ever recognize it as yours. May the darkness claim thee, crawling chaos and damned beast. No longer will thy reign be kept over the ancients you have kept imprisoned. Thou hast seen the last of this world.
Not even these mythical fables can keep me amused. There has to be something to do around here. I only wish something that fantastic and of higher purpose could happen to me.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for. And now we are Kalia. Kalia? Something like that. It's, I guess one note I'll point out now, it's not going to be a thing yet, because we're still not going to have magic, but... Oh, hello. A triangular design carved into the floor, the etched grooves filled with colored sand. These symbols appear to be related to each other, with one having precedence over another. This is what I talked about in the last one. Here you can see, again, the elemental rock, paper, scissors of body beats sanity, sanity, or, you know, body beats mind, mind beats magic, magic beats body, but you can just think of it as fire beats grass, grass beats water, water beats fire. Much easier that way. And then purple Mantarok in the middle, which we, you know, we just saw a little bit about him. It, I guess I should say. I see something glowing. A statue of a goddess delicately sculpted from sandstone. It casts an alert eye over everyone who enters the temple. There's a strange necklace about its neck. Let's take that. But in doing so, we have sealed up a passage. Oh no. That just can be used to heal. Make sure that she does not move. Yeah, Ellia doesn't move when the healing spell's being cast. Let's equip that. I guess I already was. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, right. So I was saying, one of the things, even though we're not going to get magic yet, another little detail I like about this game, well, I guess we go this way because that other way was blocked, is that the magic spells you see in cutscenes they follow the rules of magic in the game, the same type of magic you can get. Like now that particular cutscene, as you will come to learn, that was a 9-point spell, which I know means nothing to you, yet you can never cast that. But engraved on the floor is a striking design featuring the sun sinking below the edge of the world. Good for you. But if you listen to that cutscene again and listen to the things being said, you know, it was like, you know, Parga, Mantarok type of things. Pius is using the same magic words, the same runes that you will get in the same manner that you would get them. It's just, you know, in that case, he can do it more powerfully than you can. But yeah, all the spells in the game and all the cutscenes, they will behave the way they should. Like, if someone's casting a certain spell, if you cast the same thing, it will do the same thing. Design on the wall appears to depict a time of the day. Perhaps the candles do too. Cool. And we triggered the traps. Good for us. Over here. Nope. Need to go over here. Nope. I tried to avoid it. Hey, here we get to see our first sort of, elemental zombie, as it were. When located by creatures, a sanity loss occurs, causing a decrease in the level of the sanity meter and the character to pulse green. Beware, sanity loss affects perception and eventually health. So this is sort of the main thing of the game. This is the sanity. Yeah, when you lose sanity, that's your sanity meter. Down there's your health meter, good for you. Now, so for instance, red zombie, unlike those basic purple zombies, A, it's attacking a lot faster, but B, well, and B, it's walking around, doing its best, not just standing in place. But also, as you notice, you leave it alone long enough, and its head came back. So this is sort of the physical zombie, and this is why red is considered the hardest if you pick it, because you'll fight the most of these guys. Well, it's not telling, but... And here's what you do finishing moves for. Performing a finishing move on a creature recovers sanity. So the creature, like, saw us, and we saw it, and we're like, oh no, what is that? And we lost sanity because we saw this monster. But now that we killed it, and we, like, really killed it, we didn't just, beat it. We beat the hell out of it after it died. We get our sanity back, because we're like, okay, things are okay for now. Necklace, that's cool, that's cool. Detail. The design on the wall appears to depict a time of day. Perhaps the candles do too. Alright, let's extinguish that to match the picture. Good job, Ellia, you can match pictures. And we can see it happening on the other side. Good for us. Let's get out of here. Also, let's see if we can avoid stepping on the traps if we can. That would be nice. Oh, thank you. And there we go, we're out. Okay, we're not out. There's bad guys about. Now, another thing what I will show you is just kill off these Mantarok zombies. So we got three enemies here, right? So we got this guy, this guy, this guy. We'll say, let's kill this dude. Finish him off. We got some sanity back, but oh no, we were too late. This dude died, and we never got our sanity back from him because we didn't kill him in time. Oh no, now this guy died while I was talking. So, as you can see, our sanity now is not perfect. It's a little bit lower than it was because of how we played, and sort of... It's a balance that I want to find of how much sanity be down, because of course the fun part of the game is having lower sanity and getting all the sanity effects, right? Like that's why we're playing this game and doing it. But you don't do it from there, you do it from here. That other necklace we found, we might still have its silver healing necklace, but we got a replacement, and it says good enough. I'll open the door for you. Yeah, the sanity effects. It's... Yes, like, having lower sanity is fun, because more effects happen. But, A, if you have no sanity left, then anytime the thing would drain sanity, it will drain health instead, which is a problem. And B... I just have to wait for this to end. The blow dart things. But yeah, B is... When you are completely out of sanity or pretty low... The sound effects, like, they get creepy. Like, there's just sort of, like, this weird, like, buzzing chanting of being like, blah, 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 blah. And, like, you know, sometimes there's, like, you know, bells being rung and, like, metal scraping and, like, someone, like, screaming or crying. You know, so it's very creepy. But it really grates on you after a while. Like, I'll probably try and do it, like, once, just so you can hear. And you'll be like, okay, yeah, we don't want to play the whole game like that. All right, so here's a green zombie. This is why green is considered the easiest. Look at that. I chop off his head and he just straight up dies. But as you saw, he sort of had that green silhouette of a head. So he could still drain my sanity even though I beheaded him, if he hadn't died right away. All right. We know what to do. I don't know what to do. I mean, I do know what to do. I just can't press the right buttons. Woo. Alright, so let's continue on our new path. Hello, zombies. How you doing? Can I get past this without... Yeah, I can. Waking them up. Anything over here? No. And then we could go back to this room if we wanted. Why do we want to? We don't. Instead, we'll go this side. A small pedestal covered with decorative etchings stands before the wall. The blowgun upon it must have some special significance for it to be at the focal point of this display. Should I take it? I should indeed. And my sword, bro.
Secret passage in the temple.
I bet she cares. She's just like, secret passage, secret tunnel. Unfortunately, this guy's under attack, so I have to rush over to save him. Hey, you. Let's get his attention. Now, here's the problem. Yes, we have a blowgun. That's all well and good. But, yeah, you know, it poisons them, so they're just taking poison damage. It's cool. When they die, you can't exactly finish a guy off with a blowgun. Like, what are you gonna do? Just shoot a dart? Oh, yeah, here's a blue zombie. They start going like that. I'm gonna just try from, like, right here. You might be able to see it. That's what they do. They explode. So there's a blue zombie for you. Fragments of a shattered sword lie upon the floor. Let's take it. So yeah, we can't, like, finish an enemy off with this blowgun. So sure, we can fight them, kill them. We got plenty of ammo. We have 98 shots left. But we'll never be able to finish an enemy off. Like, what are we gonna do without our melee weapon? Thankfully, the guard is grateful for Ellia saving his life. In return, he offers to repair Ellia's broken weapon as a gesture of thanks. Okay, like this one. That spell right there. Yes, we don't have magic yet. We can't do that. But we will get the ability to also, like, repair stuff. Or enchant. I forget exactly what the spell is. And that's going to be the exact same spell that we can do, just with a different primary rune. So that's what I was talking about earlier. In fact, here you go. Let's use this healing spell. Healthy. Okay. I've been joking, so I'm going to have to cut out that me trying to talk. Had some water. What I was trying to say is that guy repairing your sword, it's not every chapter that it happens, but there's oftentimes a bonus objective you can do that will help out in some way. Either, you know, say get you a weapon like this, you know, like we got now. You know, get a powerful weapon, fix a weapon, or get a collectible that's going to help in the future. Not all the chapters have those, but a lot of them will have, like, save a person or find this hidden item. So, it's cool just that there's, like, little things we can do. Alright, what all do we have in this room? Can't look at that, but we can look at this, I know. Come on, there we go. This mural depicts a skeletal demon befriending the ancient Khmer people by denouncing one of their fertility gods. Ah, here's the people, there's the skeleton, there's the fertility god, quote unquote. I mean, I've seen a lot of things with tentacles, I won't doubt it. And the scene focused on this. There's a hole in this device as though something can be inserted, perhaps a key or a lever. Two very different things, but alright. There's no way for me to get across this grate without triggering the... Just gonna... Good. There we go. Traps, traps, so many traps. Oh, yeah, here you can... Ow. Ah, that's not fair. It blocked my camera. What I was talking about, I think I mentioned when we were Alex, that each character sort of has their own stats. So, like, you know, Alex can run a certain speed. She has a certain health. She has a certain sanity. You know, Pius, very strong, but not very fast, because, you know, he's decked out in armor. It's like Kalia here. She doesn't have as much health as Pius had. Well, I guess Pius had basically infinite health, because tutorial. You know, she has, you know, less health than some people, but she is very, very fast. And so it's nice that way that, like, all the different characters that you're gonna see and play as have their own stats that, you know, Oh yeah, here's another little fun thing. When I was talking about how, like, you know, there's different, like, sort of the rock, paper, scissors of stuff, the different ancients don't like each other, and that's why there's this hierarchical, like, one beats the other, beats the other, beats the other type of thing. Also, wow, I got hit in that explosion. So when there are, it's not often that it happens, but when there are zombies of different types, for instance, they will fight each other. They do not like each other. So in this case, green fought blue. Green is stronger than blue, so it killed the one very quickly. But there were 3 of them, and then they all blew up, which took out the green guy, which is, you know, great for us. This mural depicts one of the ancient Khmer deities being tortured and killed by a skeletal demon. Hey, we saw this in cutscene form. There it is. Cutscene didn't have quite so many tentacles, but I don't know. Oh, this room is always, it's got a little jiggly camera thing. Like, the camera will change based on your sanity. But that room, it's just straight up just vibrates, because I guess, like, the fire in the middle is kind of messing up with it. It always has. Oh, so we can, like, look at this and be like, oh, there's, you know, the... Well, I don't know. There's the picture of Tentacle Dude and some other guys and some skeletons or something, and...
Stop. Don't go near it.
So, you are reduced to feeding on flesh and bone, Mantarok. How the mighty have fallen. You will surely fester for millennia to come. A slow and torturous fate for thee. You had best leave, young fool, or you will find yourself as food for the dead god.
You are one of the chosen many. Flesh and blood. It is now your destiny to fight the eternal darkness. I give you a gift in return for an obligation. The gift is your life, sweet dancer. The obligation is this. You hold one of Mantarok's hearts. The essence of the corpse god. The summit is a source of great power. From those people, you must defend it, lest they use it to destroy what little brightness your world has left in it. Guard it well.
Well, I mean, you literally wished for something like this, Leah, so you don't really have anyone to blame but yourself. Metal staff is held by the arms of the statue. Let's pick that up. We can, yeah. Statue of a human female bears witness to the monstrosity that fills the room. The porous stone of its body is covered with the effluvial grime that Mantarok has secreted over the years. Gross. And we go like right. Yeah, here we go. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that just such a lovely little fella there? Just eyeballs and giant maws full of teeth. Just, yeah, what a wonderful guy. Oh, we can't go that way yet. We did see a hole that said it could use a lever. We just found a giant metal stick. All right, you know what? I'm going to let them drain my sanity, because this chapter is getting to its end. So if I have really low sanity, that's fine. Come on. Come on. Stop it. Bad zombies. It's also a little interesting that Pius was just like, get out of here, you, or otherwise you'll end up food for the dead guy. Like, Pius does not usually let people go. In fact, this might be the only time in the game when he sees someone and is just like, get out of here, you. That is not his normal modus operandi. Yeah, sneak by. Oh, I can't sneak by that. Oh. Well, I'm being drained sanity, but have fun getting to me, dudes. What, you thought the traps only affected me? Still here walking? I hear just heard a big splatter. I think we're good. There we go. Now we're getting pretty low sanity. Run. Let this drain some more. All right, we are completely out. So, as you can see now, our health is draining, which is no good. I just finished these guys off. You're not dead yet. All right, I'm not gonna bother getting sanity because I just wanted to sort of point out, like, yeah, there's sanity effects and they're cool. Like, I mean, you know, this is just sort of a basic one because again, you're sort of in early levels. But I mean, you can see like the camera is super warped because we have no sanity. Like, yeah, that's a cool effect, but like this sound, just there's this constant like shabba 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 wah 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 type of thing. Just imagine this for like hours and hours on end. Like it's a cool idea to like do a no sanity run. It just does not work in practice. So we'll try and have some sanity just so we're not subjected to that sound the whole time. All right, and away we go. What the? That? Oh, it's just giving me a backwards view of the room. I don't know if that's just because of Los, or am I going the wrong way? Oh. And now I come in as a zombie. There's your first sanity effect, folks. Let's keep a tally. Number 1. We're nothing but a zombie. Always were. Hey, I mean, at least they let us still attack. Oh, and there we go. Bye, zombie. that's the recurring theme of when something happens and you have a sanity effect. Well, not always, but oftentimes it will jump back to the previous room. It's like, this isn't happening. Now, for stuff like camera effects, obviously that's not gonna, everywhere is just gonna be messed up camera. But like when we came into this room and we're a zombie and then we explode, the game treats it as, you never actually came into this room. You were here the whole time imagining that whole scenario, and then this isn't really happening. So there you go, first sanity effect. I mean, we have no sanity, I'm not surprised. But hey, we're back to our normal ES self, which, let's be fair, a little sight better to look at than Mr. Blue Zombie. Actually, for that matter, I mean, it's a game, like, yes, there are, other games out there that have perhaps more revealing things in them, but for a Nintendo GameCube game, like, look at that outfit on her. Like, she's showing, like, this is an outfit I can get behind, because her butt's, yeah. Hey, M for mature. They will get used to it while you can, because this is basically the one and only time there is any sort of fan service in this game. It goes very, very downhill very quickly from here. Yeah, most of this stuff is not, like, skimpy outfits showing part of a butt. It's more stuff like this, with gigantic pustule eyeballs and gaping mouths and tentacles. So, I hope you're in for that sort of thing, because that's what we got. Oh, I ran out of stamina, but I don't care because this is the end of the chapter. And we can finally get our sound effects back to normal.
Fool! You should have run. Instead, you will die. Where is the essence of Mantarok? Where is it? I will not ask again, child. Very well, then. You will succumb to the horrors of oblivion.
Well, that ended well. That ends actually kind of how a lot of them end. I was like, damn, well, that was not a happy, a good night bedtime story. Yeah, that's kind of a theme of the tome. All right, so now that we did that, like, oh, look at this. These candles are lit up. A small shrine of candles, their placement, blah, blah, and if we look above, we can see the, whoops, wrong one, but we can see the same thing, that Leah did, and now Alex, having read that chapter, knows what to do. Now, again, because that was just the second one, it's right here in the room, but that's sort of the gameplay loop of Alex finds a thing, like, we found this page, we read the chapter, and now it's like, oh, we learned about this. So, like, let's pretend it wasn't there. Maybe we saw these candles elsewhere. Like, maybe, they were over here at the start of the library. So we come over here and we're like, oh yeah, we saw those candles. And so now they'd be lit up over here and we do that puzzle and get the thing. And that's, that's sort of how the game works. Actually, speaking of which, there's a thing we could have done before. Sort of. You didn't. If you recall in the kitchen, for instance, there's a thing for a small blade to go into. But, remember that used to be a Mantarok room before, and now it's Ulioth. So if we try to insert it, Alex places the blade in the slot, but feels it push back. It's as if the magic of the blade does not fit the lock. So we know, for instance, we know that rune, we have a sword, but we don't have the puzzle piece to keep going with it. So, there's another thing that we know part of it, but we don't know all of it, or we don't have access to all the stuff we need. So that's sort of the gameplay loop of read chapter, Alex does something to react with chapter in here to progress, and there you go. Now, I forget if you are allowed to read the book anywhere, or if you have to be in that particular room. First, check our message tube. Antique leather-bound message tube, the kind used to transport sealed message scrolls. It appears to be unopened. There might be something inside. There isn't. The game's over. You're at a dead end. Suspicions of conspiracy.
Thy presence is long missed, my liege.
The universe is a yawning chasm, filled with emptiness and the puerile meanderings of sentience. Why should you deserve special consideration within it, Augustus, above all else?
I am your servant, my lord. As always, that and nothing more.
Yes, that and nothing more. What revelations do you bring me?
My meditations reveal a flaw in our plan.
Our plan, Augustus? Mantarok is a shadow ebbing in the light of our glory. It and the others are slow, weak, bound by the realm of the universe. Unable to unite to fight a common foe, they will fall one by one. Unfortunately, this is beyond your understanding. The binding of Mantarok will seal their fate as its power over us is diminished. Such an irony that the Keeper itself be imprisoned within the walls of its own magic.
But what of its essence? Is that not the core of its remaining power?
Upon my seeping into the corporeal world, I will be the dominant over all, Mantarok included. Your worries are unfounded. You must turn your attention to Charlemagne the Frank. His continued presence within the world is far more serious to our cause.
As you wish, Master. He will be dead before the week is out.
Alright, what I was gonna say, I sort of mentioned this when I picked the relic. And I was like, well, it's sort of a problem with the cutscenes. Like, yes, it's probably the best gameplay-wise, because it's, you know, not gonna be too hard, quote-unquote, or too easy, and I think it'll be the best results for streaming. But I do find Ulyaoth to be sort of the... Like, I mean, it's kind of, like, darkly funny. He's like, oh, I'm so glad to speak to you, Master. And he's like, you think you deserve me speaking to you above anything else in the universe? And he's like, sorry. So that's, like, kind of funny, but Ulyaoth is definitely, like, the least creepy of the three, because Chaturga, as you heard in the healing, is very much, you know, like the blooding is like blah, 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 pious, blah, 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 blah. And Zelotov, being the insane one, you know, I think has a great line there of, you know, he'll be dead within the week. And she's like, yes, dead, or insane, or one than the other. So it kind of makes those scenes just, you know, a little bit creepier, and I do like Chaturga and Zelotov a little more for that, but there's not many scenes where they're, you know, talking with Pius, so overall we did what we did, but that'll do it for today. Then I'm calling the episode here. We'll pick up next time, read our next chapter. I already forgot what it was called. Suspicions of Conspiracy. So join me then. Thank you for everybody who watched this with me on Twitch. Thank you for everybody who watches this later on YouTube. Special thanks today are going to go to, I don't know, my wife for pushing me to do this, because she's like, when are you streaming Eternal Darkness? I'm like, when I get stuff working. And she's like, get stuff working then, damn it. So here we are. So yeah, until next time, just, if you hear something or someone like calling out your name super creepily in a whisper in your ear, saying, come to us, and like you see these weird glowing artifacts in a spectral room, just don't touch them. You know, for my sake, for your sake, just leave them alone so that you can watch the video next week. So, see you then. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that just such a lovely little fella there? Just eyeballs and giant maws full of teeth.